Okay, this is another video from Mary. This is actually how to list an item in your Etsy shop. We just got through with your shipping profile. Just kind of go back, dashboard. Usually, when you go into your shop manager, you are at your dashboard. So to add a listing, you would go to your listings, and you have to excuse my internet connection, it's fairly slow. And this is the screen that you would see. So to add a listing, you would click on this black box that says add a listing up in the top right corner over here, and it's going to come up with this page. Um, and I'm going to say add a photo. And let's see, I'll just go ahead and do the one I did before when it didn't do the voice. Um, so I'm going to add this photo right here. Now I haven't saved off all of my photos. I've got 10 that I will be using for this, but I just haven't saved them off my phone yet. So try to use as many photos as you can, because the picture is what's going to sell your product. This right here, it's a large picture. It was taken off my phone, and it's kind of, this triangle right here is kind of saying, hey, it's a little big, or it'll tell you if it's uh, small or something, but it says that it looks best with photos that are at least 1500 pixels wide. And what you can do with this adjust thumbnail, you can, focus in, bring it out, center things on here when you get it the way you want to, and say I want her just like that. Just hit save, and it takes a while. And you can add all 10 of your pictures at once. You can add them one at a time. Just remember, try to use as many as you can, because that's what the customer is going to see. So your title, you can actually, I wouldn't say, this is a vase or anything, since it's obviously an outfit for an American Girl doll. So what I'm going to do is say Paisley romper for 18-inch girl dolls fits like, and because American Girl is a registered trademark, I enter the registered trademark symbol, which is you hold the Alt key and press 0174, and that'll put that registered trademark in, and that shows that you are not infringing on trademarks. Who made it? You'll select you did if you made it. If someone else made it, then you just would select a member of your shop or something. I wouldn't put another company or person. Unless you have a partner that's doing it. What is it? Chances are it's going to be a finished product. I kind of looked at your Facebook business page, and I saw some earrings and baby onesies and things like that. So you would do a finished product. When did you make it? If it's made to order, select made to order. If it's ready to ship, i.e. you have them on hand and are ready to ship, you just click 2010 to 2019. Now your category. So right here I'm gonna go over, and I don't have baby onesies. I've also heard like onesie is a registered trademark. So if you look at this one right here, when they use onesie, they have this registered trademark uh, symbol there. That way, when they go and do a sweep, they can't get you because you're using onesie when it's their trademark. That shows that you are using the word, but it's not your trademark. Another thing is baby bodysuit, you know, things like that. So you have to figure out what you're going to do. So let's actually click on one of these. We're going to click on this guy because you're trying to figure out exactly um, what category you're going to do. And I know the categories for the things that I do. And let's see if I can figure this out from here. Okay, so this is clothing. Oh, wait a minute. Trying to see. Well, hold on. We're going back. So if we go back just to Etsy and you do clothing and you do kids and babies and you can do babies clothing, and then you can come over here and kind of look um, and figure out, you know, when you'll see bodysuits, tops, clothing, things like that. So you can expand it out and see. And you want to get kind of granular here, because if people do bodysuit, and you just stop at baby's clothing, it may not find it. So get as granular, because if you do uh, babies, tops, and somebody just says baby's clothing, because tops is part of clothing, it will still search for it. So you just want to take it down to the lowest denominator that you can. It increases your chances of being found. Okay, so for this right here, since mine is a doll clothes, right here, I can actually take it down even further than that, but they don't have a thing for rompers. I can do tops or shorts or something like that. Since mine is obviously for a doll clothes, I'm not worried about the height, the width, or the depth. But if I'm doing a finished product, like if I were doing a vase or a piece of art, I would put in the height, the width, and the depth, so how deep it is. Looking at this picture, the primary color is blue, so I will check blue for my primary color. If you want to do a secondary color, you can. I could either select white or black for this particular one, so let's put white. If there is an occasion, for like baby shower, first birthday, things like that, select an occasion. You do not have to have one. Likewise, if it's a holiday, like for the little Easter onesies that I saw, you could select Easter or not. And I will say that if you, like for Christmas, if you select that something is Christmas, but it's, say, I don't know, just a red bodysuit, but nothing is Christmas about it, you'll get kind of dinged on that. So, like, if I was going to do a table runner that was poinsettias, or had Christmas fabric, then I could actually specify Christmas. Um, so you can play around, with the holidays and use them as you want. Now, renewal options. Since it is a physical item, my suggestion is to do it manual. That way, when you sell it, it doesn't automatically renew. Also, if you have the ability to make 10 of them, there's a way that you can put 10 down there. You just don't want an 11th one to sell where you may not have the ability to manufacture the 11th one and send it out. If you have it set on automatic and you sell out of, say, if you have it set to your quantity of one and it sells and it automatically renews, somebody else could come along and buy it, and you may not be able to fulfill that order, and that would not look good. Having to cancel order and things like that. So, set it to manual. And the type, is it a physical product that you're going to mail them, or is it a digital product, which here are some embroidery designs. These are digital downloads, much like PDF patterns or day planner books, or all kinds of digital downloads. But you will be selling a physical item, so you would leave it as physical. And here, this is where you're going to write your description. So obviously this is a little blue romper, so we're going to say blue. I can't type. Again, if you're using something that's trademarked, Alt 0174 to get that registered trademark in there. So if you are smoke free, definitely mention that, because a lot of people, they don't like ordering things from smokers and receive them where it could have a smoke scent to it when they're not expecting it. That'll lead for bad reviews and stuff like that. So if you're smoke free, make sure you do it. If you got pets, some people put it in, some people don't. I have Pomeranians, and I do put pet friendly, because I cannot guarantee that there might not be a stray Pomeranian hair on something. I do my best to try to get them off, but things happen. Anyway, so you put in your description here. You can do like up here, say makes great gifts for little girls. You know, give it good description. Use some buzzwords and stuff like that. If you've got a production partner, then add your production partner. Now, for this section, you could leave it optional or none, but if you offer different things, you're going to want to set up some sections. And you can do add a section here, and it would add a new section. But I've got some set up. I would select 18-inch dog clothes right here. Now, tags. Think of tags as how someone is going to search and find something. So, I could have doll romper, 18-inch. One thing I will tell you to do is the name of your shop. Put it in there, because as you get more and more customers, they may just want to come look straight for your stuff, and it's easier if you have it in a tag than doing a search for a baby onesie and having to sort through and find your shop again. Also, you can have 13 tags. Try to use all 13 tags. And when you're going for this, think if you were going to set down an Etsy, the things that you might type in to try to find a uh, Easter bunny onesie for a child. Bunny onesie, you know, bunny bodysuit, baby bodysuit, those type things. So, um, let me just finish this out real quick. Um, Trying to think of other things. Okay, the materials. For mine, it was 100% cotton. There's elastic and thread in there, so I will put in cotton, thread, and elastic. Add those. Also, the price. Set your price. The quantity. Set your quantity. And I'm going to talk to you about this in just a second. Um, if you're going to use SKUs, you can put that in. I don't use SKUs. Some people try them, but they don't always work exactly the way you think they will. So once you get bigger, if you want to add SKUs, that's fine. Now for variations. Say, you know, up here my initial picture had, say as an example, 3 of these: a blue one, a red one, and a green one. I could come down here under variations and say add variation, and it's going to say choose variation type, and I'm going to do primary color, and I'm going to say my quantities are going to vary for each primary color. Say I only have one blue one, I've got 2 red ones and 3 green ones. So I would do that, and I would add my colors, red and green, and I would save and continue. And it's already got, no, wait, I'm going to go ahead and, oops, edit variations again. I'm actually going to add the blue one too, just to make sure. So, and do an update. So I can set my blue quantity to 1, my red quantity to 2, and my green one to 3. And that way, and they're all visible here. To turn off visibility, you just kind of turn it off, and it'll go clear. It won't have the color there. So this is how you add variations. One good reason to do that is you've got 3 things listed for 120-cent listing instead of 20 cents a pop. So that would be 20 cents versus 60 cents. And if you're planning on adding hundreds of items, that adds up. Now, if you are going to allow people to get personalization, such as their kid's name or whatever like that, you would turn this on, and it would give guidelines right there. I don't do that on this, so I turn them off. Now here comes your shipping selection. You have your shipping profile that you set up, which I gave you the video on how to do that a little bit earlier. You can enter a custom shipping options here if you wanted to, but since you have your profile, just go ahead and select it. And it's going to say, okay, how much does your item weigh? And I mean, you're going to kind of know what your onesie weighs, or I think I saw some earrings. You're going to kind of know what they weigh. So I'm going to say this dress weighs an ounce. It may weigh a couple ounces, but I know it's going to be enough to fit in that low shipping. So I'm going to say 1. and it's going to say, okay, what size, this item size when packed. This is going to be the size of either your shipping envelope or your box. So if you're shipping in the pre-padded envelopes that you can get, or the Tyvek, Mylar type envelopes you can buy, you just put in the size. So 11 by the width would be 8, and the height half an inch. And it's going to give you your estimated shipping cost. This used to be $3.50, but the post office changed it to be where it depends on the location as to how much it's going to cost. So if I changed it to go to Los Angeles, you'll see it kind of went up a little bit. So, and then if you're ready to publish it, you're going to hit publish. I'm not going to do it because I tried earlier to do one, and I've already got one published that I've deactivated. I don't want to add a second entry onto this. Now, another quick thing about your photos, like this right here, this photo right here, say you look at this. Now, you'll see, or you can't see, well, you'll see something like this would be one of the photos here. I've got, some. But this, I kind of like took the photo here and I put it on a larger white background so that when you look at the shop, you see this. You see the entire thing versus what you would do here. So with the rompers and things like that, for your initial picture, try to have it on the white background. Etsy actually prefers the white or the light background. So if you can get, the white board or something like that and get yourself a good picture, good pictures are the best, and I struggle with that. But anyway, try to get it to where it's kind of centered so that when you go and look at it, you see the full item. Like this one, there was lots of them, so you can't see the full thing. I'll try to show you some of my other older ones where you don't see it very well. Like this one right here. Okay, you can't see the entire thing, but when you click on it, then you would see the entire image. So that's just one of the things. Make sure you can get as much in there. Uh, your pictures, do as good as you can. Also, you know, for your tags and things like that, just think of a shopper and put things that you think people are going to do. You can actually go to your competition and look down at the very bottoms of their things. So like right here, I'll just show you this one. These right here are what the tags that I have on this particular listing. So you can look at popular shops that sell baby onesies or baby bodysuits and see what they're using, because if they're a good shop, they obviously have their SEO dialed in, and that's one of the things that's always going to be the hardest, is trying to dial in your SEO. So hope you let me know what you think, and if you have any questions on this, and I will try to help you out any way I can. Thanks.